Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Skip Allen Paints and the YouTube channel of Skip Allen. This is video 3 in a series of videos about how I use my Wacom on-screen controls, or what used to be called the radial menu, with Painter and working with this very clean-looking environment. And you may hear somebody in the background, and that's because Winifred Whitfield is here. We were talking this morning and went online together, and since I needed to finish this video, I asked her if she wanted to sit in and play with me, and she said, sure. Say hi, Winifred.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to otherwise be pretty quiet.
Oh, she'll get noisy because I'll start asking questions and all that. Anyway, we left off last time with this image looking like this, and if I go to my layers panel and take a look, you'll remember that I made 3 layers. The first layer, let's just turn these off. The first layer was this, and it really was just one brush stroke. The second layer was that, again, just one brush stroke, and the third layer was that, again, pretty much one brush stroke. I think I paused the diffusion and added a couple of brush strokes, probably with each one a little bit. And then I went back and I reduced the opacity of the layers to get kind of the look I was looking for. And basically, the image is kind of complete at this point. If I'm doing these grayscale landscapes, I either do them 2 different ways. This one was kind of thought out a little bit. Others, I'll just throw paint down and see what comes out. But I actually, in this one, I started, once I made the first setup, I started looking at potential landscapes. And so what I've got is sky, background, foreground. And what I need to do now is just give it a couple of details to finalize the picture and make it, pop. Now, I don't really, when I look at this, I'm not really deciding what this stuff is back here. I'm going to let the user decide. I mean, these could be meadows, this could be mountains, or it could be distant trees. I don't know. This could be grassy stuff or trees. I'm actually seeing a little kind of water here. And so I want to see if I can bring that out. And I don't like the dark line here. So I'm going to start on this watercolor layer. This is this area right in here. And I'm going to bring up, let's close that. I need to bring up my panels so that I can pick a brush that I want to use. And I'm going to use this basic watercolor brush. I need to find out what color I'm on at the moment, and I'm on black. That works fine. Okay, so what I'm seeing is I like this line here and kind of the repeat of that sort of look, that kind of angle down. But your horizons wouldn't be like that. I need a straight horizon line back here. And I'm just beginning to see like a little bit of a hint of land there. So I'm going to hold down my Shift key and I'm going to lightly put in a line. And that's too dark. I'll try it again. Now I may have to do this several times, and that's too low. That was perfect, but it's not quite dark enough. But you know what? Winifred, what do you think? Do you think that's enough? All I need is a hint.
A teeny bit darker.
All right. Well, then if I'm going to go a teeny bit darker, let's take it off. I mean, the other thing to have done would have been to duplicate the layer, but it's on a layer.
Okay.
It's on a on the same layer with the rest of the stuff.
Oh, I see.
That looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's a little darker than I want. Let me try one more time. I'm going to get this right. This is the beauty of digital. We can undo. Now, by the way, I'm holding down my Shift key so I can get a straight line. That's going to be it. Perfect, I think. What do you think? That kind of...
It's good.
All right. Yeah, I think so too. All right. So we'll leave it at that. Now I'm going to switch brushes again. I'm going to go to this wet line bristle brush, and it's a very wet brush, so it will dislodge paint that's there. And it kind of picks up the paint or moves it around, I guess. I don't know exactly what to say, but I want it to be lighter in color because I want to dislodge some of this dark stuff here. And I think I'm going to need this to be smaller. Well, that's not small enough. Let's go a little smaller. About there. I'm not really sure. Again, I'm holding down my Shift key. What I'm trying to do here is indicate a shoreline right there so that this becomes the vegetation on the edge of the pond, and this is like reflections. But I'm not getting anywhere. I know this works. Why isn't it working? There, we're getting it.
Oh,
But
that's a good one.
no, it was too low, I think.
Oh.
I know I'll keep doing it forever, and I need to wait till I hear you say whether you think it's a good one or not. How does that one look?
It's too faint. It has, and I know you want light, but
You think it's too faint? All right, let's try again.
too faint.
The problem is if it's not faint and it's too strong, the heavier I make the line, the fatter it gets. And I think if it's fat, it's too...
You didn't like that one?
Sorry, I went too fast, didn't I?
You can do undo.
No, it would be redo.
Redo. Okay, redo and look at it.
All right, let's look at redo. Control Y is redo.
Okay, look at that.
Well,
these lines don't come by. You don't come by these lines easily.
I know. It just seems too fat to me. I like the darkness of it, or the lightness, whatever you want to call it, but it just seemed too fat.
Okay.
Let me try again. This may be so small that it won't. No, that really got big.
No one had any idea what you put into a line, the effort.
I know. I love lines though, and this line is so important. And that one would be perfect if it had been a little higher. See, I really want it to be ever so light. That was too dark. Heavier at this end and lighter at that end. Now that's too light for you, right?
If you are happy, I'm happy.
Okay. I think I'm happy with that one at the moment. Now what I'm going to do, I've got one right here, so I'm just going to accent that a little bit. You know what? I'm going to bring it over here. No, that's definitely too strong. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to bring this one over. a little bit, so that I'm kind of getting a stair step of this and not seeing the line every place. And I'm almost thinking I need one right here. I may not, because there's no there's nothing above there to create.
Mm-hmm.
But let's put one right in here and don't go the whole way. No, you know what? I'm going to leave that one alone and just go with those two little bits of stuff. And you know what? I'm agreeing with you over here now that this needs to be darker. I don't think I can go in the same line again. Yeah, I did. I mean, more intense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that too intense?
No.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it there for the time being. Now I'm going to stay on wet line bristle, and I'm actually going to make sure that I'm on white now, because these lines down here are too strong. So I want to kind of take that out a little bit. That's probably too big. And I hope this is going to work. Yeah, that's what I want. See, it's just going to take that line, and I don't want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to change the harshness of it. And that gives me a little bit more of, you know, this edge of the water. Now this needs to soften a lot too. And I wouldn't mind if this tends to look like the water's going out here. Using a brush like this is like using a wet or a damp, clean brush with just water. And you're picking up some of that picking up some of the color that's there, and I like breaking it up a little bit. Okay, now that's kind of getting there, but I don't want that to be so strong. See, it begins to draw my eye to it. That's better. Now, if I come up here, let's go in and make this up here, and we'll take this out a little bit. No, I got to take that back. I like what I was doing there, but what's got to happen I've got to find the line. It makes it into a blob. Let me go to loaded water 2, which can really get rid of color, but that's going to be too white. Let's go to loaded water 7B. That's still too light.
Mm-hmm.
What if I use it just, let's try this. Oops, too far. That's not going to do either. I'm going to have to leave that alone. I think that's, that I need to just stay with what I've got here. going to break that up a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, this is working this to death just for nothing, really. But that's the way I like to work with this stuff. Okay, good. Let's leave that the way it is at the moment. And now I'm going to do something totally different. I'm going to go to Skip's Sharp Pencil. And what are we set up with? Brushes, temporal, brown, white. That's good. And what I'm going to do is kind of, all right, now that should have given me a new layer, but I'm not seeing anything. So let's go to my layers panel. Oh, I'm underneath. All right, so what I need to do is bring that up to the top. And then I can get rid of that, and I can go from there. See, now it showed up. It's a little bit stronger than what I needed. Did I lose where I was again? How did I get? Oh, I must have hit the undo button in it. Right, I did, and it returned the layer. See, if I hit undo now, it goes back to the layer. So I need to go back up here. And except I don't need to do that. I need to undo here first. Or, you know what, in a case like this, what I always forget about is my command. Remember, I have on my Cintiq, I have a command that clears the layer. So I'm just on one layer, and I click on it, and it didn't clear the layer. What did it do?
Because you clicked on, you had four layers selected.
Oh, I know, no, but it made those layers, and for some reason, God, I almost cleared the wrong layer. There. All right, now I got it. Okay, so this should work. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. Just going to give a little bit of an indication of lines down here if I can figure out what they are. I see something right there over that way. I just want...
You just want lines.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, you know me, I've got to have lines. And this is kind of giving the indication of a little bit of growth down here. And now I'm going to go to black. I didn't want to go through that. Let's just want to accent this a little bit more. And actually, I probably should have gone maybe a bit of a gray. Yeah, there we go. And after I finish this, I may decide it looks like there's too much. But I wanted something on the foreground. Now, what I think I need to do now is take that panel and reduce the opacity until it becomes softer, just about that. And that is really all I need for me. Now this is just, it's sort of like an abstract landscape. It's just taking these sort of brush marks and runs and stuff and highlighting or just trying to accent it enough so that it makes more of a line in the, makes more of an impact to the viewer, and they then see their own
detail.
Landscape.
Yeah.
So, and I think I need one more thing. Let's hide those for the moment. Let's go to the portfolios, and we will come down here, and yeah, that's the one. I'll double click. That drops that in place. I can get rid of the portfolios now, and I need then to go to transform. Okay, complete. Yep. What it was just talking about that, because I added that from the portfolio, it was a reference layer, not a default layer. So it just changed it to that, and we're going to make this smaller. And we're going to drag it down somewhere. I have no idea where this is going to go. You know, it works better with more what am I trying to say, Winifred?
I don't know.
The more Sumier type look or Asian type look to me. That's what I was trying to say. And yes, I want to commit the transformation. That's what I was trying to do by bringing up the property bar, because I hadn't committed it. Now, let's see if I move this around.
It needs a light area.
Yeah, it needs a light area for sure. Unless, I mean, it's transparent, so that means it's a gel layer. It was done with watercolor, so it may have a white line around it. Let's change it to a composite or default. Yeah, it's got a white line. That's not going to do. But if I colorize, that brightens it. But it still looks funky. So let's go back to gel. I know what it needs.
What?
I'm guessing. I'm not really sure. But let's see what happens if I take it to black and then to white. Oops, that didn't go white. Let's see, is it brightness?
In gel?
Contrast? Oh yeah, it's in gel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Let's go to default, thanks. There we go. All right, and actually, let me go Control Z, get back to where we were. Then take it to default. Bring that back down under the layer. And we're going to take the saturation all the way. I thought that white would go away. Contrast.
That looks good.
Yeah, that's not bad. If let's add that at the moment. And then what we're going to do is find the place for it. I think I like it better on that side. Not sure why. And I want to reduce the opacity so that it's not quite so strong. If it's that big, it's got to be.
That's a little bit too dark. It needs to be a little bit brighter.
See, I like it because it doesn't draw my eye, but you think it needs to be brighter.
Well,
Let me try one other thing. If I make it,
like, what is that? What is that? 31%?
yeah, 31.
Like 35.
Okay, we'll put in 35. It's not bad.
See?
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me try one other thing. If I make this a little smaller. Oh, shoot. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, I like it smaller. How long have we been doing this? Forever, probably. Anyway, that would be the ending of it. Anyway, I'm going to close the recording. Winifred, you and I'll stay on. We can talk, but I'm going to stop the recording. And then I will make this available for the folks on the blog. Oh, one other thing. You know what I think I'm going to do?
What?
I think that I'm going to I'm going to give them the custom palette as a box file, and if you have 2016, then you could download and load the box file. And I'm also going to give them my two zip script files that they could then load into their painter and use. So, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, you need to go to my blog to get those. If you're watching it from the blog, then it will be available to you there. And that'll give you something to sort of play with. But I do kind of like this image, and I don't know why I like this black inky type approach, but I do. Okay, Winifred, you got anything to say?
Nope, that's it. It's been fun.
Well, sort of fun. Okay, well then I'm going to stop the recording, and I will see you in the next blog post. Bye-bye.